Quite a good scene, isn't it? One man crazy, three very sane spectators.
Friday morning, about 8:55 right now. Just got text a few minutes ago, well, about 15 minutes ago, from my buddy Zane that works over at a shop. Said they were getting ready to set the transmission on the jack so they could stab it, and I told him I wanted to come over and shoot that earlier because I texted him this morning when he first got in to let me know what the schedule was like, because went in there Wednesday. Thursday, yesterday, they did a little bit in the morning, but then they had a couple other jobs come in, and I knew they were going to stop it, you know, work on those, which is fine. But I was able to get the drive shaft over to where it needed to go to get shortened, which is actually only a mile away from my house. There's a shop, Martin Diesel, that, you know, world-renowned shop that works on stuff. So I was able to get it over there, and once they get that stabbed, we can get the measurement. That way it can get shortened, and I can let them know, and then they can shorten it, and I can go over and get it. By that time, everything else should be buttoned up on that truck, and drive shaft can get thrown in and be ready to roll. So hopefully here in a little bit we'll be getting her done.
Dude, I'm probably gonna have to push from the top here. And you can guide it and make sure the fork goes over the.
Make sure the fork goes over the throat bearing and all that. I still gotta get the chain off too, so.
Yeah, pushing it from the top here can do my best at that.
Yeah, try this. I'll finish these out of the way.
I'm not gonna be able to fit my fat ass underneath.
What?
I'm gonna be able to fit underneath the backside here with these fat man bars.
No, yeah, those bars do not like us. Or at least me.
Well, folks, it is in. 4 bolts on the top. He's pulling the jack, and we'll get her the rest of the way. I had to put some air back here to get this guy to go into gear since it was so fresh for some reason. Got another one up in here. Where's the guts of that old transmission? Oh, they didn't look too bad, but there was a little bit of wear. Probably something back here was bad. Who knows? You know, just one of them things. It was a good transmission while it lasted, but it's going to get made into some cool things probably. Howdy folks, how are you today? Nice rainy Monday. I think it's about 10 o'clock maybe. Just got a call about the, 9:56. Just got a call about the drive shaft being done. So I'm gonna run down the road and get it, because it's literally a mile down the road from my house and one turn. So let's go get that drive shaft, and then I'll get a hold of the shop and let them know that it's ready. Let's get this on so we're not blinging and beeping. Grab my checkbook, because it's a little bit saltier than what I thought it would be, but I wasn't sure how much it would be for services like that. 704.89 is what it was total come to, but they shortened it. They changed yoke on the front for me, so you know, they had stuff sitting around, or probably had to order it. I don't know. He said they had one, but we'll see, I guess. But literally, it's right down the road from my house, so we'll go on a little quick trip, get some of these leaves off the old windshield here so we can see somewhat. And it's been raining since, wow, look at that field over there, nothing but water. It's been raining since yesterday, and I feel bad for these farmers because, you know, if they don't, it's been raining like the last 3 or 4 weeks, and they've barely been able to get their crops off. Geraldine got this off last week. He had a section that he still had some green in that he waited for about 2 weeks on, but anybody else that's trying to get their stuff off, it's just a mess. And guys can't even pull off on the side of the road into the ditch and get loaded with the crops when they get done, because it's so wet. They're getting stuck in the ditches and stuff, so they're having to do that on the road, which is fine. It's just, you know, oncoming traffic, impatient people, you know, what you normally deal with. It's kind of ridiculous, but it's what it is. So yeah, this place is like a gold mine over here. I mean, they do some things, and there's some things I can't have them use, you know, for services, but it's nice to know that if I need a drive shaft or something, I'm in a pinch and something goes wrong, they're right here and close, and they mostly have about everything I need for something like that. So guy went and I told him what I needed, walked over in the back, he said hold on, grabbed a U-joint, come back out, told me what size it was, says yeah, we got a yoke that'll fit this, I'll get this cut down. And you know, it's Friday when I called him with the measurements, so he told me they'd be done today, so it's done. And literally right here, bada bling, bada boom. I could have honestly run the golf cart down if the weather would have been nicer, but it wasn't, so you know, it's what it is. But yeah, this is the place. Boom, we here. So I'm gonna pull them right here and go in and get what I need. Authorized parts and services for Yanmar. Boom.
Oh, come and sit down, Doctor. You must be patient. Do you expect perfection at once? This creature of yours should be kept under guard. Mark my words. He will prove dangerous. Dangerous? Poor old Bauman. Have you never wanted to do anything that was dangerous? Where should we be if nobody tried to find out what lies beyond? You never wanted to look beyond the clouds and the stars, or to know what causes the trees to bud, and what changes the darkness into light. But if you talk like that, people call you crazy.
Well, folks, back in Frankenstein, just picked it up. Come over a little bit ago and had to do a few adjustments, minor adjustments on the clutch linkage and stuff like that since we had it off. But I'm gonna let it build some air. Let's do a walk around real quick. I'm gonna have to clean her up a little bit because the old mechanic was in here getting her dirty a little bit. Some grease on my shit, but whatever, it's all good. Yeah, need to build some air still. We don't have our air. Go home and put this on to take care of these and stuff because they're still long. I just told them, you know, don't worry about cutting them or you know, cutting those lines. I'd do it when I got home. And be first time running her down the road with a 13 speed, I can tell you that much right now. These airbags fill up some before we take off, but all in all, not too bad. Brand new drive shaft here. Brand new. Basically rebuilt that whole thing, which is nice. Training in there. Probably gonna need a paint job here sooner or later. So everything looks like it's back to where it was before. Nice and quiet kitty. And I'm telling you right now, I forgot about how stout this thing is. Just threw it in reverse for the first time. Because when I was in there, we were just throwing it in first and whatnot to adjust the clutch and stuff. And boy, let that thing out just a little bit. She jerked back. Completely different than the blue truck, that's for sure. So we're about to take Frankenstein on its maiden voyage here in a little bit once these bags fill up with a 13 speed. So I'll hook you up to the bi-script back here, you know, the derrick, and we'll see how it goes. The only thing my issue is I don't have a speed sensor that fits this tail. So I'm going to have to find one or figure something out. Probably just throw my phone GPS for now. That way I, you know, can monitor it and stuff. But other than that, it should be good. I'll show you. I'll get your eyes on that when I get home. It's down here. And for some reason, the 3/4 one that I had from the other truck is too small. Yeah, I tried to order one, but this didn't happen. So let's get up in here and get boogieing down the road because we got enough air, I'd say. All right. Let's see how this goes. Hopefully this goes all right because, well, I want it to go all right. For being the first time running this thing with a 13 speed. tornado sensor on here already. So we got plenty of battery on our phone. Just set it right here like this, where we can see it if we need to look up over there, because obviously we don't have anything. RPMs was still the same, so that's all good. Don't like that. Boy, she shifts smoothly. No, not enough on that one. Howdy folks, how are you today? Sad day for the old Frankenstein truck. Obviously you all seen what happened yesterday in that video when I was leaving the shop and the debacle and issues we had there. Brought the truck home. I could only reach 58 miles per hour on the interstate or the four-way when I was coming home. And you know, you seen the issues I was having with shifting, like the synchros weren't going in and stuff. So I brought it home because I thought maybe the blue and green wire switched around backwards. Wasn't, switched them around. And I finally got that splitter to activate like it needed to, and everything was going good. Because I mean, I brought this thing home and I ran it up and down the road probably about 4 or 5 different times to see what was going on, and it would And when I was up in 12th, I could only get 47 miles per hour. I'd flip it into 13th, which would be the overdrive, and it would only go up to 58. So I called LKQ and talked to them, and I sent them that video, or a clip of that video, so they could see what was going on. And they think that the unit may have some issues, so I'm going to have to take this back over to the shop. They're going to have to pull this, and then I'm going to take this up to LKQ, and they're going to give me a completely different unit. So this transmission's going back up there. You know, it's one of those things where I've explained it before on here about the shop. You know, they're short-staffed, which everywhere is. They can't just fit something in. So it's going to be one of those things where when they have free time, they can work on it, and that's it. Because if they've got other things coming in, they've got to work on those. And I completely understand that, and I'm, you know, 100% on the same page with the shop manager and those guys over there. And I know that my stuff comes second, and it's not a big deal. So, you know, it's just one of those things on when they'll get free time to be able to pull it out for me to go get it and take it back up there and get a different one and then get it back in. So, you know, we're going to probably be down for a couple weeks here. Unfortunately, we've already been down for a couple weeks, but you know, it's what happens when things just don't go right. New parts sometimes don't work out, and it's nothing, you know, against LKQ or anything like that, or the shop or me. It's just sometimes new parts just don't work. It's just one of those things that happens, regardless of, you know, whether it was dynoed or whatnot. You know, it wasn't under a full load, so it's not like that. You know, when they dynoed it, that's what it was. All they do is hit the gears and make sure it works. And, you know, like I said, I switched over the blue and green line because I thought, oh, maybe that's it. Maybe that's why, and that's what's causing it. But when I did, it was just like running a direct 9, and I could still only get up to 58. I just didn't have options for that side splitter. And you could hear air pissing out like it was coming back from where it was supposed to go. So, you know, we're at a situation right here. Nothing to be mad about or anything. It's not, you know, you can't get frustrated about stuff like that. It's frustrating, but at the same time, you know, it's just one of those things that happens. So they're going to make it right and give me a different one. So it's just a matter of getting it up there and getting that other one. And it ain't easy being pretty, that's for sure, folks. I can tell you that much right now. Regardless of what you're doing, you got to keep a solid head, not lose your shit, because there's no point in it. You know, it's just one of those things that happens. And whether it's, you know, something in there that just didn't, you know, put in backwards, or, you know, just not working properly the way it's supposed to, it happens. So you never know. I mean, you get brand new cars with warranties, and there's things that go wrong on them fresh off the line because parts just don't work like they're supposed to. So that's what we're going to be doing. I got to get these airlines and stuff back up, because I did put them on yesterday after I got it home and ran it for a little bit, and you know, started going through the old Googlator, you know, YouTubulator, different things to try to figure out what this problem could be, or what could be causing this problem, period. And really couldn't come up with anything. And I did talk to James Pretty about this too, because he said he lost some speed going from a 9-speed to a 13-speed, but it wasn't this dramatic. And with this, that Rockwell was an RMX, and that didn't have an overdrive, but yet this truck would push 72 all day down the interstate, no problem. And this is a 13-speed with an overdrive, and it should be doing the same thing, because this truck is governed for 1800 RPMs. So, because that's what the kitty cat was built for. So it's one of those things that you know, it's going to be a to be continued episode, and not sure how much I'll show within this whole thing. You know, maybe one of those things to where once we finally get it back, that's what you'll be getting. So could be some downtime with me on the channel for a week or two, so don't be frustrated or anything like that. I'll be back. It's just one of those things where, you know, sometimes you need to just take a break and get your mentals where they need to be. That way you're not, you know, crappy on camera or anything like that and shooting bad content. So you know, kind of one of those things where you kind of just gotta laugh about it. But you know, you got to have a good attitude, positive, regardless of what's going on with the situation. And probably be working on this thing here within the next week while I'm off, because I'm going to let the bosses know that I'm not going to be running anytime soon until this thing gets back up, or until this gets done, because I want to change out some of the flex tube on this exhaust, and we'll get into that another time. So that's an update on that. And That's a horrific Halloween, I can tell you that much right now, because we ain't gonna be able to make that parade this year, which is disappointing, but it's what happens. So not everything works out how you want it to. It's just how you move forward from a situation when you have it. Always stay positive. That's the key, folks. So until the next time, you know what we say. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, share, like, tell your friends. We'll be back, that's for sure. So until then, we will see ya.